Hello everyone, in this video we are going to update our content, what we have fitted and what we have taken it from the ChatGPT. So basically when we run this presentation, so it will be not good if you just press or you just show the content like as a descriptive way. So it is better to have only few words and attractive visualization so that one can easily understand that what we are going to say. So if I am showing you that what is AI and RLHF, and then if I am reading everything line by line, so what you are going to think? Basically you don't like everything. So it is the way how you present it to someone else. So it is better to use specific keyword or pinch point and change the content in such a way that everyone like this content. Okay, so basically we will update this content. So let us start this thing. You can see that this is header, introduction to the course, and first of all let me show you one thing, that in this design tab there are different types of layouts or designs are available. Okay, so basically you can select the design whatever you like, and here I'm going to select this one. Okay, so you can see that our whole data is replaced with some good content. But if you want to simplify it, then let us search for another thing. Here the text is not getting easily visible, so we will update this part with this. You can just click here and one by one you can check this thing. So let us go first here, and then it is not good, it is simple one, it is green with different design. Here again there are n number of options are there. You will just hover on different, and whatever you like you can say, and you can select based on your, yeah, we can take this thing. Okay, and here these are the variants is available. So basically this is called as a theme, and here the variant you can see color. So n number of options are there, whatever best and whatever suitable for you, you can select it. And here font also, there are a number of fonts options are available. So for our part we are going to use this Times New Roman with the Arial. Okay, so we will just select this part. So here we have selected font. If you want to change the effect, you can change the effect. Let us take this thing. Okay, and if anything more background style, if you want to have a background color with some different types, you can select. But now we want just a simple white color. You can see that mastering ChatGPT with the pop-on presentation and our Meet Rosie is hidden. So what we are going to do, select the text and press Ctrl A. Here now I will show you the different setup is available, which is called under the font and the paragraph. Okay, so let us discuss this thing. So in this tutorial, first we have changed our theme, what is the available in our system, and then after you can see that here you can select the based on your requirement, whatever you want you can select from the list of fonts available. So if you don't want to go with the Times New Roman, and if you want to go with the Cambria, for this part only you can select. Okay, now the second part is a font size. So here due to this more size we are not able to read the Meet2C, so that's why we can reduce this size. So you can see that here different options are available. You can click on this 48, but it is getting too smaller. Okay, so with these two options which is available, you can also increase or decrease. If you want to increase, you can increase from here. If you want to decrease, you can decrease it from here. Okay, so okay, that part is I think clear to you. If you want to clear all the formatting and again go back to this Times New Roman and whatever earlier with the themes is available, you can just press this thing, clear all formatting. But now I want to go with what I have selected, so let us do Ctrl Z for undo. Okay, now in Meet2C is written as a Arial. You know why? Because we have selected the theme as a major text are from Times New Roman and latter part is from Arial, so that's why it is selected as a Arial. But if you want to bold this part, you can select, and you can see the color has been darkened, effectively more darker. And if you want to give to italic, you can press this thing. Italize means your text will be inclined little bit. You can see the difference. I am pressing Ctrl Z. So whenever anything is selected, it will be selected by default. Okay, if you want to do underline, you can do that part, but I don't require underline here. And if you want to give a shadow, see, text shadow, automatically something is come up. If I do Ctrl Z, you can see the difference. See, it is a plain text. And if you want to go back to what you have done earlier, for that purpose you have to do redo, Ctrl Y. Okay, so again the shadow has been come up. Okay, now if you want to strike out something, so that we will use in some of the slides. So let us keep this thing in a simple way. So for that purpose you have to select this strike through button. This is a spacing, character spacing. See, you can see that here the spacing is too low. So I want to increase the spacing. You can see that lows, very lows, the text is getting separated. And if you want more spacing, you can click on that, and that you have to select by yourself. See, expanded and condense, expanded. If I press expanded and by 1 point, if I press OK, see, every text has been expanded by manual. So we are going to use lows, and I think that is very good and okay. So let us stop here. Rest of the thing we will do in these different part, which is different 3 or 4 slide which we have already created. So in the introduction to the course, so you can see that the heading is separated in 2 parts. So you have to just increase the size of this box. So by this way you can increase the size, and you can place it by selecting whole box wherever you can. So I am placing it as a center. Once you drag it, you can see that one light red line is coming up, and it is guiding us whether it is in centered or not. Okay, so now it is in center. Introduction to the course, and in introduction to the course, I want to return this text as a red text. So I have converted this as a red. But if you want to change this text to with a specific color, you can select by this. So you can see that here the few of the options are available. You know why? Think for a while. Okay, because these are the theme color. We have selected a palette from design. From design. Here fonts. Not from font, but here from the color we have selected this palette. So that's why the color is available with the only red field. So different shades of reds are available because we have selected our theme in a red variant. But as a contrast, we want to give this heading as a dark blue. You can select, or also you can go to the more colors, and you can select this any of the colors which you want, either from standard spider available, or you can manually select. So if you want to do a blue, but if you want to decrease the blue or a little bit light one, you can go and OK. You can see the color has been changed, but now I want the dark blue color. I will just select this part. For highlight, so these are basically the text highlight color. So however, we don't require as of now, but let us first discuss this part. If you want to change the case, like if you want to change your text with the uppercase, lowercase, sentence case. So what is the sentence case? In the sentence case, the first letter will be always as a capital, and rest of the letter will be shown as a small. You can see here also. If you want to go with all the lowercase, you can go. If you want to type everything as uppercase, you can go with this. Here you can see that capitalize each word. So sometimes we require this thing. And the toggle case means the first letter will remain as a small, and every rest of the letter will be marked as a capital. So these are the few different types are available. So what we are going to do, we will select whole this part, and then we will press this as a sentence case. So now what is the difference? You can see reinforcement learning and human feedback is getting reduced to a smaller letter, replaced with the smaller letter. Okay. So we required capitalized each word from first letter as a capital. So we will replace this part. In here we required whole letters are uppercase. So all these are capital. Here we required with the first letter is capital. In rest, first letter and capital, and rest of the letters are small for both the word. So you can select. And here we required all these are uppercase. And here we required as a capitalize each first letter in each word. Here also in the search engine we required as a capitalize each word. So what we have already typed by ourselves, if we do sometimes mistakes at that part, we can replace this thing quickly because the feature is already given here. Okay, so let us do something. You can see what I am doing, and then after we will discuss more later on. Here all these sentences are marked as a bullet point with the square box. If you want to change the theme as a different one, there are few of the options are available. Okay, so and if you want to replace this part with the numbering format, you can use that part. So I am going to use this numbering format. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. These are the least level increasing. So that part we will discuss more later on. But if I want to give the example, when you press the enter, 2 has been replaced here. Once you start typing, you can see converted 2, 3, 4 will be converted with the 3, 4 and 5. But let us backspace this part. And now under the AI, you want to segregate two parts. First is AI and second is RLHF. So instead of doing this part, what you are going to do, you are going to press this increase list level. But it is selected this whole part. So let us select this and decrease this thing. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, and for these two part, we are going to use this bullet. So likewise, this two part has been differentiated. I hope you are clear with this. So let us remove this part, and we are going to use whenever we required in future. Let us select whole thing and discuss this part. So this is exactly opposite to this. So this is related to this character spacing, but this is related to line spacing. If you want to increase the line space, then you can use this. So you can see that the line spacing has been increased. If you want to increase more, you can select this one, but I want this condensed one, so you can directly select. And similarly, different options are available in this button, so you can use based on your practice. I hope this is clear. And now we will discuss this part, these three buttons, which is called as left, center, right and justify. Currently our whole text are written as a left line because it is selected as a left. So if you want as a center align, you can do that part. If you want a right align, you can do that part. And if you just justify, whenever many things are written, so you can see that here many things are written, but at its end are not even. So if you do center, then every text will be center, but the end part will be like this. If you want the right, then everything will be shifted right, and then it will be slanted. But if you press justify, you can see that end part is ended at an equal level, and rest of the things are give space automatically. So it will be good if you use this justify whenever we required. I hope this is clear. So these are the different things of smart art graphics. It takes a lot time, but we will skip here for now, and then after we will use this part whenever we required. Okay, although this lecture is getting longer, I hope that you will be seeing this whole lecture, otherwise you will not get the proper understanding. So now what we are going to do, for every heading we want to have a shadow in every heading, and here also. So what we have updated in the first slide as a shadow, we are going to select this thing, and one button is available which is called as a format painter. Just double click on that. So if I single click, and if I go in this, and if I paste here, but nothing is getting up. But now if I control all, format painter, double click here, wherever we require to apply the same theme, we will go there and we will apply the same theme. Again here you can see, okay, again we have to select tool tab and double click on format painter. Just go here and select done, and then press the escape. So for every part we have replaced our heading as this part, the same. What is RLHF and AI? So basically, with the creation of 2, 3, 4 and 5, these 4 slide, we have understand all about the different designs are available as a theme, and we have replaced with a different available variant, and we have also understood about the font and paragraph major parts. So these are the basic commands which we are going to use many times. So if you are not getting clear, you can ask me in the Q&A question answer box, and I will try to explain you as soon as possible. And from next tutorial, we are going to understand more about the ChatGPT and linking this ChatGPT with the PowerPoint presentation and what are the other tools are available. So we are not going to apply different kind of available tools on this only 4 slide, but at the time of creation only we are going to use these different tools which are still left, and we will use that part in at the time of a creation of a more content, so that you can practice it very well. And I am attaching this presentation for your reference as an attachment, so please go through that, and I request all of you to first practice by yourself to create this kind of presentation. Thank you.